The Senator from Worcester and Norfolk, Mr. Richard Moore, has presented an order which the clerk will read.
Ordered that a committee of the Senate be appointed to wait upon His Excellency the Governor Deval Patrick, constitutional officers, and the Honorable Council, and inform them that the Senate is in session and awaits their presence for the swearing-in of Jason M. Lewis as Senator from the 5th Middlesex District.
Question on adoption of the order. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the order is adopted. The Senate members appointed are as follows: Senator D. Domenico of Middlesex and Suffolk, Senator Lovely of Essex, Senator Michael Moore of Worcester, Senator Humison of Hampden and Hampshire. The Sergeant-at-Arms will meet the committee in the well of the chamber and proceed to the Governor's office, which you know has been moved temporarily.
Madam President, Senate Committee.
Honorable Committee.
Madam President, we have informed the Governor we're ready for his presence here this afternoon, and he said he will be here shortly and he's excited to join all of us.
The Senate thanks the committee, and the committee is hereby discharged. The Senate will be in a brief recess.
Madam President, His Excellency the Governor of the Commonwealth, Deval Patrick, and members of the Executive Council.
Admit His Excellency the Governor Deval Patrick and the members of the Governor's Council.
I, Jason M. Lewis,
I, Jason M. Lewis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts
to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts
and will support the Constitution thereof,
and will support the Constitution thereof,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay, wait a second. You got to do this so your family can see you. We will resume from there. Can you see him now? All right, better. I, Jason M. Lewis,
I, Jason M. Lewis,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent on me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the Massachusetts Senate,
as a member of the Massachusetts Senate,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
according to the best of my abilities and understanding,
agreeably to the rules and regulations
agreeably to the rules and regulations
of the Constitution and the laws of this Commonwealth,
of the Constitution and the laws of this Commonwealth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Jason M. Lewis,
I, Jason M. Lewis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Congratulations, Senator.
Thank you.
Escort the governor and others from the chamber. Welcome our newest member today, the senator from the 5th Middlesex District, Jason M. Lewis. Good clap. The senator's family, his wife Susan, his daughters Sophie and Jesse, his mother and father Merle and Alvin, and many other close family members and friends who are here with us in the chamber. You are welcome. And congratulations, Senator Lewis, on joining us here in the upper chamber after more than 5 years of notable representation in the lower chamber. We admire your leadership on health care, your education initiatives, and among other important issues, and your dedication to helping the people living and working in your communities. And I'm going to give you your Senate pin. I know you're going to continue to serve with the same passion and commitment that you did within the House. And I'm going to turn this over to our newest senator, Senator Lewis.
Thank you, Madam President. You have blazed a trail in your career that has been an inspiration to me in my political career and to many, many other people. So thank you. And
Thank you.
so pleased to be with you all today here in the upper chamber. If you had asked me as a child if I thought one day I might have the honor of serving with you in the Massachusetts Senate, I would probably have responded, "Where is Massachusetts?" Growing up in South Africa in the 1970s, my world did not extend that far. At that time, as you know, South Africa was under the grip of the racist and cruel apartheid regime. One of the events that had a big impact on me was the Soweto uprising in 1976 when I was 8 years old. Black students were protesting against the imposition of the Afrikaans language in their schools. Afrikaans was the language spoken by the white minority apartheid government. Of course, I was too young to fully understand what was happening, but I did understand enough to know that children like me were being shot and killed by the police. My family was fortunate enough to be able to leave South Africa and emigrate to this great country when I was 12 years old. the memory of apartheid has since fueled my personal commitment to fight for human rights and social justice. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity I have had to serve in the Massachusetts House of Representatives and now in the Massachusetts Senate. This great and general court is an institution that for hundreds of years has been a beacon of progress, an institution that has advanced equality and opportunity for all people, not just here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, but around the country and even around the world. Indeed, it was right here that the movement began to divest from companies that were profiting from the regime in South Africa, ultimately helping to bring about the end of apartheid. Madam President, I am excited and eager to work with you and all of our colleagues to continue to move our communities and our Commonwealth forward, to strive for great schools for all of our children, quality, affordable health care for all, safe neighborhoods in each of our communities, a living wage with decent benefits for our working families, a healthy, sustainable environment, and economic development opportunities that help people build better lives for themselves and for their children. There are a number of people who made this day possible for me, and I would like to thank them. First, my parents, Alvin and Merle Lewis. Were it not for their courage in leaving their native country to give their children a brighter future in this great country, I would not be standing here today. Thank you. My wife, Susan, who recently went back to school to get a master's degree in education and become a middle school science teacher. Susie, I'm so proud of you. My wonderful two daughters, Sophie and Jessie, who didn't see as much of me over the last several months, although they may actually have been happy about that because I wasn't there to nag them to get to bed and to pick up their clothes off the floor. But I love you both very, very much. My extraordinary campaign team and our amazing volunteers who called and canvassed voters tirelessly from the beginning of our campaign right up until the polls closed at 8 p.m. on April 1st. They were unfazed by the polar vortex, the snow, the rain. Thank you so much. The local elected officials and community leaders who stood with us and who work hard every day to make a big difference in each of our communities. Thank you. My colleagues in the House and the Senate, with special appreciation to the Senator from Amherst, the Majority Leader, and the Senator from Lynn. Thank you so much for all your support. My legislative aide, now Chief of Staff, Laura Richter, who has been my right hand and my left hand for the past 4 years. Laura, good luck running the marathon on Monday. We're rooting for you. And finally, thank you to my constituents in Stoneham and Winchester, whom I have proudly served since 2009, and now my new constituents in Malden, Melrose, Reading, and Wakefield. It is the greatest honor of my life to be able to represent you in the Massachusetts Senate. Thank you. also want to recognize my distinguished predecessors in this very Senate seat, now Congresswoman Catherine Clark and former Minority Leader Richard Tissay. In closing, thank you so much for the warm and gracious welcome to the Senate that has been extended to me and my family. And thank you to everyone who joined us today for this swearing-in ceremony. I'm so grateful for your support and your friendship. Thank you very much.
Senator Rosenberg and Senator Chandler to escort the senator to his seat, which is seat number 7. Ms. Spilka. Senator asks that the remarks of the Senator be printed in the Journal of the Senate. Is there an objection? Chair hears none. Communication from the Secretary of the Commonwealth, which the clerk will read.
To the Honorable Senate, I have the honor to lay before you the returns of votes cast at a special election held in the Commonwealth on the first day of April for the Senator in the General Court, 5th Middlesex District, together with schedules showing the number of ballots which appear to have been cast for each person voted for. These returns have been duly canvassed by the Governor and Council and are now transmitted for examination by the Senate as required by the Constitution. Very truly yours, William Francis Galvin, Secretary of the Commonwealth.
Senator from Middlesex, Ms. J.
Ordered that the return of votes for the Senate to fill a vacancy in the 5th Middlesex District be referred to a special committee to consist of 4 members of the Senate.
The question comes on adoption of the order. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the order is adopted. The Senate members appointed are as follows: Senator Flanagan of Worcester and Middlesex, Senator O'Connor Ives of Essex, Senator Welch of Hampden, Senator Ross of Norfolk, Bristol, and Middlesex. The committee will meet in the well and be escorted to the Senate reading room by the Sergeant-at-Arms to count the vote.